Cool, welcome back guys. So I made some changes to the format here. The code is much more visible on the portrait stream on YouTube. Title, description and thumbnail are updated. Cheers, TrueX edits for that help there. And I made some more progress with the GPT for local implementation. What's it called? GPT for all. We're going to expand it a little bit more, implementing sharding, WebSocket sharding as well. So we can stream all these responses back. Stuart, is that you, buddy? How are you? I'm gonna hook the system up. Oh, that's awesome, man. How's the weather? Is it getting cold yet? Check this out. Let's see here.
Yeah, it's me.
You hear that? It reads out your chat messages. So what sort of temperatures you got, Stuart? I'm curious, buddy. Are you still done any fishing at all with the weather? It's about
11 to 16.
Oh, it could be worse. That's not too bad. I was supposed to be over there right now, but I got laid off from my job.
I going fishing in 3 hours.
Oh, no kidding. Where are you hitting? Are you hitting like you hitting a river? Are you hitting a loch? What are you hitting? Oh, you might appreciate. Do you see the giant boob tube I got behind there?
Are you still on Facebook?
Yes, sir. Yeah, feel free to shoot me a message
Still
anytime,
water.
man. Still water.
On a boat.
Oh, bloody hell, right on, man. My granddad had a boat up in, he did all sorts of crazy stuff. I was over in Scotland last year actually, and I seen some of his home movies, but he was mostly in Inverary. But he lived out in Perth and Aberdeen.
Genre-centric network says hello, waving hand.
PH Designs, welcome, buddy. Redid the stream format a little bit. Hopefully we get some more results with this. What's it called?
I am east of Perth,
Dri-
LOL.
Oh, no kidding. Ah, that's funny, man. Yeah, I like catching your shoes, man, because it reminds me of home hearing your accent. I'll be honest.
I was watching the video before you went live, haha.
Oh, right on. So, PH, you seen the little crappy test I did with the horizontal stream? Just doing YouTube. He's in Scotland. He ties flies and fishes and stuff. It's pretty awesome.
I hope you can come in when I'm fishing.
Man, I would definitely join you. That'd be sick. Like, at this point...
I got as far as GPT for all before you went live.
Oh, PH, we made some progress since then as well. Man, I'm excited. Thank you for getting me on this. I've been pumping out some Python, so...
Hello, just doing from Scotland.
I do all sorts: fishing, fly tying, sea fishing, gaming, cooking, shopping.
Right on, yeah. Yeah, PH Designs, I caught just doing YouTube. He was doing a stream, and I think it was PlayStation 1 he was playing.
Hey, genre.
What's the name of that fishing game that you play?
Absolutely, I'll share all that I can come up with.
100%. And man, I'll show you how I'm using it. I'm setting it up now so I can stream the responses back from GPT for all. So it's going to work like
PS1 I
Chat
got Fisherman's
GPT.
Beta Bass Challenge in Action Base.
All right, man. I'm going to have to grab those. Let me write those down actually. Aye, but sure, the streams have been pretty awesome over here. It's been a lot of fun recently. PH, this is all the notes I have. Some of the stuff I wanted to accomplish tonight. It's a bit ridiculous, but
That'll be interesting for giving detailed answers to people fast.
yeah, and we'll be able to get it integrated here as like, I don't know, maybe there's a translation model or something we can play with as well. So I want to get automatic translations up from the chat commands, from the live chat. Sure, it must be like 5 in the morning where you're at.
Can I ask a question, brother?
Yeah, go for it. If it's what I think it is, maybe just message me on Facebook, but go for it.
5:06 a.m.
Aye. Did you get any sleep?
When you going fishing?
Oh, that's a great question. I've actually not been for
I
a
had
wee
plenty
while,
earlier.
actually. I've not been for a wee while. Part of the reason is the water's been all churned up out here. Right, no bother, PH. I'll be here. I hope you get it all sorted, whatever's going on, buddy. Back to work here. Yeah, but it was a mullet season here. People are still catching them, but like a couple of weeks ago, they were so thick you just had to drop a net in the water and you were hauling out dozens of fish. Yeah, but sure, I coded this entire thing, this whole system we're chatting through.
Me? I can't find you on Facebook.
Well, you can't find me. My name's alright. I'll message you. Oh, PH. I completely empathize, buddy. Like the AI decides like that's a comment that shouldn't be read out. So let's figure out what the hell's going on with that. We need to get this fixed. Women bring the greatest highs and the lowest lows, bud. So,
Haha, it's okay if it doesn't blast that.
yeah. That's true. That's true. That's got good sense, eh? Alright, sure. I found you, buddy. The telly turned off. What happened? I was watching Red Dwarf. PH, I'll shoot you a text, buddy, so you have my number as well. I'm gonna do that.
People do what they do, can't stop or fix them.
No. Oh, there's a lot to be said for
True genre.
submitting to it a wee bit. I mean, stoicism, you know what I mean? Like, just kind of giving into the moment. It's one of those things where, like, none of us have advice, but we get it, you know what I mean?
Yup, true. I'll just write more songs, lol.
Oh, that's a good point. Turn it into something productive. That's funny shit. I'll tell you though that American ones will give you an unfair money as well, but the Scottish ones are more aggressive with the pans, pots and pans.
Mine
Yeah,
doesn't
no, that
even
can
get angry. I wish she did, face with tears of joy.
Yeah, no, that can almost feel worse. There's no winning with that stuff. You know, the one thing that annoys me with all that in relationships, man, is it's like we all got, you know, we got stuff to do, man. It just I don't know how to put it to words, but essentially, like, the sooner we you know, everyone gets over it, the quicker we can get back to life. That's how I view it. But
Scottish women are like fire-breathing dragons.
Yeah, I can tell you that, knowing my mum. What happened to the bloody telly, man? Oh, it's the wrong controller. That's probably why.
Exactly, I was like, stop acting shady and just put my insecurities at ease.
Oh man, that triggers like a bloody. That's like a hot wire.
Why beat around and make me upset over what I don't know?
No, 100%. They take that so wrong, man. But it's funny. It's like, really, you care. Like, that's the whole point. I've been in those situations. Robot chicken. I had one that completely misread my
Things out of
facial
context make men look bad.
Yeah, 100%. I had one where, like, you see it even when I talk in the streams, if something makes me like nervous
In
or
reality,
uncomfortable.
we're afraid to lose.
If something makes me like nervous or uncomfortable, I almost kind of like laugh, but it's not like I find the situation funny. It's like, this is uncomfortable, and some women take that really wrong.
Scottish
Man.
lassies
Like,
are a total different breed.
Yeah. Robot chicken. There we go. Pop something on.
I've seen it, and defended you. I pick up on these things and genuinely care about people.
I'm not kidding about that. I know, it comes across...
Why did the rabbit cross the road?
Why did it?
No chickens left.
LOL face with tears of joy.
I had someone from Kick add me on Discord, and he like seemed supportive for the channel. The guy was just trying to like bloody sell his
Why did the
services
chicken
to get
cross
more
the road
viewers.
though?
Why did it?
To get to the other S.
Man, I couldn't think of a joke right now to save my life. What the hell?
Rolling on the floor laughing.
Oh, that's funny. Let's see if we can connect.
Had to get it and go.
Dark Knight says what is up.
Hey Dark Knight buddy, how are you doing? Welcome back.
Yo Dark.
Hey Dark Knight.
Oh sure, I don't know if you can see, but there's a PSP. This is a PSP and I coded the chat to show on the PSP. Hold on, I'll hook it up now.
A genre-centric network at just doing YouTube, hey.
I'm gonna have to make it bloody bigger. Did you see that YouTube was down for a good amount of time yesterday during the day? I actually made the news.
Nice. Yeah.
Oh, that affected you? Sure. Yeah, no. It's always when I'm about to get on and do something, it's like the one time that stuff does go down. You know, finally psych myself up and it's like, oh, it's bloody down. Of course it is.
YouTube's motto is if it ain't broken, break it.
What kind of message was deployed?
Essentially, it was just a continuous loading screen. And I thought my internet was down, but no, it was just YouTube. See if we can find a translator model to play with tonight.
Maybe the loading
Let's see.
screen is a woman's brain, lol.
It acts like one. Where is
Wow,
the bloody
they could have
avatar? Where
rerouted
is
during
it?
their investigation.
Oh, we're up here. We're up here. All right. Behind the buildings, of course. This was probably like the worst room to use for this stream.
True.
But it looks good, so that's why I used it.
There was loading their wallet.
Yeah, PH, they definitely could have had some sort of error handling, that's for sure. Because like I said, it
Do
literally
you
made
do
me think the
pixel
internet was
art at CodeLick?
Dark Knight, I wish I could. I wish. A lot of this pixel art is actually from the same game that I built when I was a child. And there was someone helping me with pixel art for a little while, but it's not anymore. What about you, Dark Knight? And it's cool you know what pixel art is. Of course you do. You know. But not everybody knows how to identify it.
Same boat.
Off. Yeah, no, you need it when building a bloody game, don't you?
The city looks more graphical.
It does. Yeah, it was a big room to build. And there's a lot of areas. Hold on, I'll give you a wee tour. Let me pull up another screen here. It's quite large.
There are two kinds of people, one who codes and the other who draws.
That's true. This was a lot of fun to make this room.
They're swimming and all.
Yeah.
He's building Scotland's largest city.
Hold on, the cartoon behind you, what is it, the skeleton guy?
I think it's Robot Chicken, eh? Oh my god. What was that show? It was with the little emo girl and Mandy and something, I forgot. But that's what
Put a giant data center in one room, the water out of the lake.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah.
Then a bunch of protesters out front, lol.
Oh, I just teleported. I didn't mean to do that. You know, I could actually spawn a bunch of bots in here. See, PH Designs, that's why it's going to be really fun to get GPT for all fully integrated in here, because you can do really crazy NPC behavior without paying for it. So that opens up a lot of possibilities. I'm going to have to change some of the logic for where people spawn in on streams. So we can
Grim
make
Adventures
decisions.
of Billy and Mandy.
That is it. Nailed
Holy
it.
moly.
Yeah, that brings me back. I was a big fan of Dexter's Lab, but even Fairly Odd Parents
I
and that
didn't
wasn't too
realize how
bad.
golden that engine was.
Yeah, I know. I built most of this on my phone, I think, too. You have little gates, you can turn these on and off to walk by. If I click this, it'll drive. I think, let's see.
So what team do you support, brother?
Well, my granddad was a Celtic supporter. But with the state of both of the football clubs, I don't think anyone's doing well.
Recording packets ended.
If you knew chip design and had the technology with you, will you be able to up?
Great choice.
Aye. I can tell you're a Celtic supporter too. Is your family Catholic, Stuart?
Celtic are my team.
Dark Knight, if I knew chip design...
My dad is an IM.
Yeah, so that's something I wanted to say to the folks here in PH. In the UK and Scotland specifically, what football team you support is actually based on your bloody religion, if you believe it or not. It pretty much cuts down religious lines. Correct me if I'm wrong, Stuart. Like Protestant versus Catholic.
Is that American football or real football FIFA?
Oh, the real deal.
Sort of.
Are Scottish people related to Vikings?
American
The
rugby.
ones in the ones from the more north, or like the Highlands, are. Sure, it might be.
Yes.
Heck yeah, I hate American football.
Rugby's a wee bit more aggressive than American football too, and way less
Weary face.
padding.
I probably am in a way.
Dark Knight, the only way I could see GTA 5 running on the PSP, there is one technical way, but you wouldn't be it wouldn't be running the game, it would be streaming the game from like a gaming computer. You could definitely implement something like that. That's the way you could do that without upgrading the chips. And I'm not saying it would be easy to implement, but it's definitely possible.
I am born and bred in Scotland.
I lived in I don't know if you know this, I lived in England before I moved to America. My mum liked moving about.
But I think that FIFA is actually fully football, they don't wear tights.
When you coming back home, brother, I would love meet you.
But I was supposed to be there earlier this month, but a couple of things went wrong in life, but
Are you in Miami now?
I am in Palm Beach County, so 2 counties north of Miami. But sure, I'm hoping to get over there soon, honestly. Like, I have my passport, I have everything ready to go. I just need to lock down another job so I don't go broke. But my family's expecting me, I was supposed to be there. It'd be good to do a fishing trip, man. Alright, I have a friend up there, he's a teacher actually now. The guy's like 7 foot tall, but he's like a total teddy bear.
Why don't you bring your fam to Miami?
Tallahassee is nice, lots of hills, and isn't as flat.
He's also one of my Chan members.
That's true. Oh, no kidding, sure. Didn't know. That's good. Yeah, I was surprised you knew what bass was, but like it explains that you know, you talk to a lot of Americans and play the games and that. when I was a kid, a family friend who lived in America brought over a bass fishing game for me when I was a kid.
I do know my American fishies.
Yeah. Have to, man. Have to. You would lose your shite fishing out here, man. There's a lot of variety. And I'm actually planning on going down to Miami at some point, Dark Knight. 100%.
I would LOL.
I'm not too far from Lake Okeechobee. I don't live like right next to anything, but it's like a straight line west. That's like the biggest bass fishing in the United States, essentially. At least it was.
I know that lake.
Oh yeah. Dark Knight and PH too. Know that too, I'm sure. Doesn't have the best reputation anymore. It's not been taken care of very much, but fixed chat duplication. Let's take a look.
Swamp puppies live there.
Oh yeah. Hella swamp puppies. And yeah, this is the sort of place where you could get a bloody fish to bite a hook, at least with a catfish. But I say that, and watch next time I stream me fishing, I won't catch shite.
Started.
Hey Truex, how you doing, buddy?
A few places here to fish.
100%. 100%. Yeah, it's been a while since I've caught a brown or a rainbow, man. What's that bony fish? I think it's pike. Man, we used to eat the pike. It was hella bones, but it was still fish. Truex, I think we started about 30 minutes ago.
Pike are bony.
Yeah. It was my brother's dad that was into fish. We weren't didn't have that much money or anything, but had a camp on
I used to
one of
fish,
the
but now
locks
I
in
just stay in
Millington.
the woods away from humanity and didn't make new friends.
It's too easy to do. I think a big part of it, at least for me, what really destroyed my friend group was the pandemic situation.
So it's boring fishing alone.
Yeah, it's definitely more fun with people. Well, I'd fish with any of you guys, it'd be awesome. I don't have anyone to fish with it. Loaded model ID. Ooh, something's going wrong here. So Dark Knight, today I'm working in Python.
The pandemic, that and just people taking from me. I hated walking away, but maybe it's just America.
I am former club champion and opening day comp winner, and the first time in 52 years I won the East of Scotland Waterboard champion.
I think the
Sure,
world
I'll have
is
to-
big and maybe out there are people with same values and beliefs.
Sure, I'll have to get you a wee interview, buddy. It would be cool.
Scamdemic.
100% PH. I'm yes to that too. Yeah, it can be difficult to find good people, that's for sure.
That would
Actually,
be awesome.
quite difficult. 100%. Okay.
"52 years, how old are you?"
"34, but the trophy was created in the 70s.
No kidding. We're about the same age, shit. Funny, you probably, I don't know if it was the same where you grew up in Scotland, but I think it was Channel 5, or it only came on after
Oh
school.
gotcha, it registered different in my head.
I am about to turn 35 in January.
What is the issue here?
I'll be 33 in March, I think. How's going? Thinking face, is the thumbnail working or not?
Through X edits, we won't find out for quite a while, because whenever you update the title, description, or thumbnail on YouTube, at least in my experience for live streams, it kind of like messes up people coming on until it recalculates the audience, and then we'll either see it, like, we'll likely see it go up. I think it looks good. I think this is to do with the threading issue.
When do you fancy doing an interview?
We'll need to wait at least 3 to 4 streams, then get the exact idea what's working.
It's a good question, sure. Not too far from now. Maybe sometime next week. Just have to lock down a day. But it'd be cool. I can send you a link in the system and we'll be able to do it that way. You just click the link and you can share your camera, share your microphone, and you're good to go. Or share your, like, you just open it on your phone or. Right on. And what did the choose? Exactly, Truex, that's what I'm thinking too. You can see the stream's been stamped down a little bit. I think it's going to bounce up hard after this though, but like typically we'd have a couple hundred views by now. We're at 51, but we have a really high average view duration, so.
How long you gonna be on tonight?
At least a couple more hours. I had to wake myself up from a nap to get on, honestly. You got some business to attend to, PH?
It's like 12:40 a.m.
Yeah, exactly. Just feel tired, you know? But I'm here.
"5:40 a.m. here."
What time's the sunrise over there now?
Okay, let me go get caffeine and clear my mind and I'll come back.
Yeah, 100% PH. We're here, bud.
I just need to get out of my negative anxiety funk.
100%, man.
About sometime after 7.
That's about the same here, actually. Actually, it's like 7:20 because I caught the sunrise the last 2 weeks. You know, I went out, had a wee drink Saturday, and I got like an hour's sleep, and then just went to the bloody beach and filmed the sunrise. It was good.
My new house window looks direct east and north.
Much love y'all, and welcome to the team, just doing.
Alright, on Stuart. Hope it's an upgrade. Same here, Paige. What did I break here, man? What did I do? But defining that up here, am I reading this wrong?
It really is. I am now in a 2-bedroom house.
Well, that's definitely an upgrade. An actual house, not like a flat.
I was in a 1-bedroom damp-ridden.
Oh.
2-bedroom flat.
That's not good for your health, man. I'm glad you're out of that. Okay, so it's a scope issue. That's what I thought when I T global. Interesting. Okay, okay. It's been a while since I've done Python 3. I'll get there.
No damp, no mold. It's lovely here.
Oh, that's much better, man, because that's one thing I don't miss. Like, it's moist in Florida, and you're like, the same problem would happen here if people didn't have air conditioning. But like, yeah, no, damp is a huge problem over there. Like last time I was there, I was staying at my aunt's house, and I took a shower. And she had the bloody bathroom windows open. I'm like, it's frozen outside, and she's like, I don't want my bathroom getting moldy. I'm like, okay.
Face with tears of joy. Do you like the color grading of the thumb face fuchsia tongue out?
I think that came out fantastic. I'm colorblind, but I think it looks really good. Let me pull it up so let everyone can see it.
Don't have that issue here, we don't have a bathroom window.
That's good, sure. I'm telling you, it's bloody Baltic. My mum's been so nice to me, but I thought she was like, you know, like, it was her way of like saying, oh, you have to go back to Florida now. You know what I mean? It was that miserable that I was literally like having bad thoughts. Yeah, I like it a lot. And I like the fact that it has all the stack icons in there. We need some more. All right, it's back up and working. So now we can work on our WebSocket service. Perfect. Okay. So QX edits. Last night I was working on getting GPT for all up. Now I have a complete endpoint up. I'm going to add in WebSocket support in Python so it can connect to the existing Kynto server.
On the catch to prevent further mold, but nothing worked.
I added the sound wave grinning face with sweat to make it look like TTS is speaking.
Bloody hell, man, that's too much to shoot. And then QX says, adding the sound wave to make it look like TTS is speaking. Oh, I like that. Oh yeah, I see it now. Yeah, so if you've seen it, update the title as well.
GPT
again.
for all.
Yes, so essentially I'm running like a equivalent of like a basic version of ChatGPT on the local machine here. And I'm adding in support to Kynto so I can actually use it.
I'm on my back.
Eddie, welcome back. If I remember right, you're in Nepal, right? How are you doing?
Yeah, I did.
YTFAMSOLO says HLO.
Wow, that's great.
Solo, welcome to the chat, buddy. How are you?
Hey fam Solo.
Power Skills says a
Bro, I lost my Kynto ACC.
What was the username? I could reset the password. I actually have to release the forgot password for him. Because I have it coded, it's just need to release it. But you could also just create another account if you like. But if you want to keep the username, TrueX, can you do that? Alright, let's take a look.
He is not visible, rolling on the floor laughing.
So you have to click the chat filter for where it says top chat or live chat. Yeah, 100%. But it'd be one thing, power skills, if no one was talking, but you didn't even say hello.
Gone.
I can't find that account. There's no such
The
account
worst
as
part is
that.
you're to understand rated.
Yup, rolling on the floor laughing.
Hold on, maybe I wasn't connected to this server. Let me connect.
I got him gone permanently.
That's a shame. He seemed
I
Wow,
meant
like
wow, hidden
underrated.
from channel face blue wide eyes.
he had interesting things to say beyond just the spam, but clearly seen people were chatting. And
You can bring back after the live LOL.
88, just so you know, I searched for your username in the database. There's no such
Okay,
account.
I'll just listen while I drive.
Alright, drive safe, PH.
Brew.
Hey man, you told me that username. Like if it's not there, it's not there. Maybe you misspelled it. Amaze Pasta, welcome back, buddy. How are you? Any progress on your game? No banana minions. 80, please just create another account because that didn't come up either. Alright, PH, you gotta be careful as well because you got a lot going on, so. But sometimes a drive's a good way to clear mind, but I don't know. We lose our YouTube system. Hold on, I might have to restart the server, folks. Oh, yeah, you see that avatar just disappeared? Give me a second here. Ran out of requests. Hopefully it wasn't a token issue. About to find out. I'm actually going to remove that hard-coded limit I put in because I actually fixed the issue that necessitated that in the first place. So. So Truex says, I think there's a setting for subscribers only chat. You should put it on that setting. That's a good idea. The problem is though, like, would that reduce engagement or would that increase it? Like, what do you think? Yeah, well, but if you don't know your username, you won't be able to recover the account because I literally searched for your username and it's not there. Is that what you do, Stuart, too? You have it on subscriber only? Alright, you know what? We'll go for it. Because I'm making a point this is live chat controlled, and if it helps us get more subscribers, why not? Let me see what I can do. I'm rebooting the server right now so I can get the chat back up. And we'll get back to work. You know what annoys me, Truex said, it's a similar niche being like coding, but he doesn't have avatars or a text-to-speech system he coded, right? Which is kind of annoying because he has so many people on his streams. It would be so fun to have that many people in here. Stuart said, what did the fish say when it banged its head off of a wall? Damn. I like that one. I like the fish jokes, man. Keep them coming. Alright. Cover your ears. I'm going to turn the system back on and see. Oh, we're out of YouTube tokens. Alright, we're switching over to local then. This is a bloody pain. Because we did almost a 5-hour stream last night, we ran through all our tokens. Oh.
I'll be 33 in March, I think.
Alright, let's see if it stays on. It sure might be too big for, oh, no it doesn't. Alright, we're switching to local. What the hell? Doesn't look as impressive, but at least we have chat. So just a reminder, when that happens, it's because
Just doing
we use a
YouTube
push.
says, what did the fish say when it had a hook in its mouth? Ouch.
Man, I must be tired. I'm not getting it. Because YouTube's got me stressed out. Oh, that's funny. All right, I get it. Oh my god, I'm alive. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna pull a backup from production so we can have nice rooms here.
CodeLock says testing chat.
Is that better? LOL.
Yeah. The AI didn't read it out, so let's see why it didn't. Not sure why it didn't go through the filter. Alright, back to making chats subscriber only. A wee bit worried about pH.
Soul says, hey, what you working on?
Hey, what's up, Soul? Welcome to the chat, bud. Tonight we have a list of things, mainly bugs.
2 fish in a tank. One fish says to the other, do you know how to drive this thing?
Alright, I got that one immediately.
I changed my name. This is Milo Hisking.
Oh, buddy, how are you? Good to see you, I remember you. Yeah, so what I'm actually working on...
True Zedits says,
Good, and you?
Yeah, I'm doing good actually. So we have GPT for all running on my local server here.
Hi, Milo.
And I'm coding Python to make it usable inside of the Kynto server. So we'll be able to play around a little bit more with it. It's actually quite powerful, surprisingly, for a language model that you can run on your computer. Like it's actually surprising.
At just doing YouTube, hey.
And I'm also trying to find the setting to make a chat subscriber only, but I have no idea where it is. I really don't know what it is. Oh, maybe it's in here.
you turned on that setting?
I'm taking a look for it. I've not found it
Go to
yet.
your chat setting.
Oh, the little 2 icons up there. Oh, okay, I think I see it.
Subscriber for 1 minute is best. To chat.
You see, you can do that for posts, but I can't see for chat.
Let's first try only subscriber chat with time prior that she must be 1 minute or 5 minutes to be a subscriber to chat.
Okay, I found it. Bloody hell. Thank you guys. Done. All right. Any other settings, guys, that I should tweak? And just so mods know, I did add the Discord link to the video description of our live streams. So we're going to try and bring people onto the Discord if they are interested in the project. That way they can get notifications when we go live. So it's easier, because the more people we get on at the start of a stream, the more people YouTube will send over.
Yeah, it's working nicely.
It'd be nice if that gives us a bump in subscribers.
I just checked to confirm from my other account.
Right on. It might actually give us a bump in subscribers because, you know, people are curious to see what it does, I assume. And thanks for checking, Truex. Good there. So I'm writing a connector class which is going to connect to the Kynto server.
Network says I'm still here. Made it to the gas station.
All right, on. What's your caffeine source for tonight?
I did at Tai says can you do my maps PLS? Check engine light came on earlier, car is running funny flushed face. Still here brother.
AT, I will next stream.
Probably
we're not running on the production server tonight because we ran out of YouTube tokens. So this is running off my development machine. Basically, I can't do it tonight, but I could do it tomorrow. Nice.
Mr. Dexter says hola.
I prefer the Red Bull myself, but I've got the Monster. Hello, Mr. Dexter. How are you? Welcome to the chat. ¿Cómo estás?
BRB gonna run and grab it. Face
Right
flash wide
on.
eyes.
I could use a bloody Red Bull, man. Bloody hell. It'd be good.
Red Bull gives you wings, money with wings.
I remember when I was 18, I got sent. Well, no, there was a settlement. You had to sign up online and you could get the settlement from Red Bull because they got sued because you can't get wings when you drink Red Bull. A lawyer actually won the case as a class action suit. I got sent, I think it was 12 cans of Red Bull. Totally worth it. So I'm implementing a sharding service. It's not going to make a ton of sense until I get some more code together, and I'll explain why I'm doing this and how it works. We need to connect to an existing server that I've already built that powers this whole system and lets this language model essentially control it in real time. I feel like I definitely need to do a better job explaining what I'm building as I work on it.
Bro, I think you should start a new project if this one is saturated and not getting you your hard work pays something.
I would be coding this even if I wasn't streaming. Alright, I take that personally. Like, yeah.
No, it was not what I was talking about.
What you mean, Mr. Dexter? I don't think it's saturated. I've not seen anything like this, but if you have, please let me know.
Phone died. You took it personally. Maybe I am suggesting you to start a new project or either start some course or start learning some language and on the same time teach that to people. It's getting reach.
Well, I'm picking up Python right now. I appreciate the suggestion. Do you have any ideas of things that you think would be interesting?
Start C#.
I was employed as a C# developer for 6 years. Q in Python looks like it's the equivalent of a set in JavaScript. Could be wrong.
Start a live learning session. I understand that you already know, but pretending winking face that you don't know, and start making on any of these C++, OOP, Java, etc.
Mr. Dexter, are you true X?
No thinking face. I am here.
So one of the key differences between implementing WebSockets and Python as opposed to Node.js is actually having to implement threading. Node.js is WebSockets are asynchronous. Let's think about this.
Explained by Max says this is my other account. Face green smiling.
Oh, I got you. I had a conversation with a guy tonight because he was like, oh, like, if you want to make money, do this and that. And I'm like, we're not here to make money, but like, obviously. Making money would be just writing code for contractor employers. Like, the whole point of like what I'm doing over here is this is what I do anyway, if I'm online or not. I build, I code, and I just continuously build. I'm not really a streamer at all. This is... I think that's clear.
Tears of joy. People are like this, only rolling on the floor laughing. They need money for doing stuff. That's what they expect and suggest.
Yeah, and I understand, like, a lot, that's
Back.
a drive to a lot of people, but for me, it's literally, I do this because I enjoy it, and that's hard for me to communicate sometimes. And just so you guys know my thinking process here, like when I'm working in a language that I'm not 100% familiar with, like I'm basically a noob. I'm basically coding it, and I could come back afterwards and like narrate, like, hey, I did this wrong, this is how you should have did this, or this is why I did this. So in a sense, this is providing me with source material to actually produce videos. But instead of trying to do it all at once and get like the perfect narration as well as coding publicly live and doing that all at once, by breaking it up, it actually means like I have a chance actually getting something useful out there. But I hope that makes sense. Like, yeah.
Call of Duty is good though. Tears of joy. I used to play it when I was wondering rolling.
I do have COD coming in the near future.
Sounds like we should do a COD stream someday then. That would be funny.
But I do have Metal Gear 4.
I heard the Metal Gears were good. I think I played one for the PS3.
The multiplayer is also available for mobile game Kodum.
Ah. That'll be something we will explore, by the way, as a Unity project. But guess what? It's going to tie into this system, like this server that I built here, this UI. The way I've coded Kynto is we can slip in a whole other game engine right into this whole canvas avatar layer. But this entire user interface, you know, for the video calls, for sharing my screen, sharing my cameras, how I actually produce these streams.
I have the first one and the fourth one.
All that we get to take with us. So this is like built for long term. Like this isn't. This is a long term thing. It's taken a long time to get here, and it's going to take.
I love World at War Zombies.
I don't see a stopping point, if that makes sense. But I do see a point where we'll have more activity than less.
Sevco fans running at you.
Alright, try to pick up the IP here. Oh, you know what I should be looking at is the engine's config. Need a WebSocket port. 3338. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38. 38.
Just doing YouTube's channel is monetized. Cold sweat smile. I think he can give us some nice tips to grow our branding as well.
Yeah, no, sure, that's a good point. I know one technique is literally having your supporters.
No, I am fully monetized.
Stuart, correct me if I'm wrong, but it's helpful to have your viewers essentially play your videos in a playlist to get that watch time built up. That's one thing I think I picked up from you actually.
Also doing a bunch of lives.
Yeah, that's true. How many lives do you...
people.
Oh, that's a good point. Actually go to other people's live streams themselves. Yeah, don't do that. That's a good idea. How many streams do you do a week, and like how long are your streams typically?
So what's the state of watch time, RN?
We are about 40% there for monetization.
That's
so
how it worked for me.
We need more.
%40 done. That's great.
Yeah, definitely. I mean,
I go live
just
from an hour to 11 hours plus, then shut it down.
Wow. Right on. So just put it in perspective as far as watch time, just a couple of months ago. Just a couple of months ago, I was at 5% of the goal to get to monetization. So
At just doing YouTube, congratulations, and all goes to your hard work.
100%.
Yeah, very hard work.
Definitely is. It is. And you got to take some crap too, don't you, Stuart? People can be interesting. But what makes it worth it is the people that are supportive as well.
I am loving it.
That's huge.
Yeah, my channel is sorry for swearing, but it's true. They my channel up.
Oh, that's messed up. People will get jealous of you too, Stuart.
Trolls true.
Well, for some it's
Jealous,
easy to tear
envious
things
people.
down. Yeah, it's easier to tear things down than build it up, you know? I'm sure we've all been guilty of that at one point, but that's my theory.
God, there's deer everywhere. I should have brought my rifle. People with nothing better to do than destroy you. I help people grow.
Yeah, you do. I've seen that shit.
Selfless me, heart of gold.
Hey, did you make it back yet, or are you still on the road? Peddler Stories, what's up, buddy? Let me hook up the Twitch chat. I forgot to activate it.
I think I'm going to try to build my phone tonight and do a little bit of Python coding.
Let's talk Python, 100%. I'm dealing with the threading right now. And one of the key differences between Python and JavaScript in general is JavaScript is an event-based language, and that evolved to mean asynchronous and awaitable. And while you do have async and await in Python, when you implement like a WebSocket server or connection, you have to thread it so it doesn't block your main thread.
Yep, sure.
There we go. Switches are active. That's funny, Truex.
I can agree, it's so much easier to just say foo to everyone than be nice. Don't take it personal, though these people are really the ones who are hurt, that's why they try to destroy others.
Correct edits, what do you mean? As far as using Gmail.
Easier said than done, though I wish I could take my own advice.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm about to pull onto the farm now.
Legit. I'm surprised you get bloody phone connection. They built up cities all around me, and I still
I've
don't
seen
get
8 deer so far.
I still don't get a phone signal in the house or outside, and I have 2 different phone companies.
Talking about organization email from Google Workspace instead of a personal, get it, and you are good to go for using it in YouTube to get tokens.
Can you send me what you're talking about? Because I think the 10,000 limit applies to companies as well as personal, but I could be wrong. Python's so weird. Pass in the reference to self of the class in every single method you implement.
Yeah, but you can add as many Gmail in your organization. I think for free there is limit of 200 Gmails.
the thing is the API keys for the tokens are associated with the actual like YouTube account, but like I said, if you got any info, shoot it my way. I'll take a look.
I have Wi-Fi boosters.
You know, I
and
had
sell boosters.
literally I have Wi-Fi boosters as well. Somehow I don't know if lightning's hitting them, but like the one I went out today, and the cable was burnt black. Like I just bought that cable not even a month ago. And every time the lightning hits,
so you'll need YT account from those Gmails, right? It merely takes few seconds. Instead of making a personal Gmail again a single digit number, add all 200 account in the workspace and then to YT.
I spend a lot on tech, haha.
Here's the problem, Truex. There's no way for me to calculate how many tokens were used on an account, so I'm just gonna have to get an approval to actually get the limit increased. You see what I'm saying? Like, you generate an API token that's associated with the YouTube account, and then you generate an API key that's associated with the YouTube account, and then the tokens are counted against that, but there's no way to validate how many tokens have been used on that. So, because one of the ideas I had before was to have a pool of accounts and just go, through them, but the system's already brittle enough, so I think we're just growing pains need to either do shorter streams or get token limit increased.
What is the criteria of purchasing the token?
Yeah, it doesn't even cost money. It's just a protection thing of the network.
SMTP servers.
But I have to apply with it, like I have to send a bunch of business information. They also do an audit on the API logs to see how I've been using it. They also audit the channel. So that's why I've not ran out to do it yet, because it is a wee bit stressful dealing with Google. And I can tell you this because I've produced Android apps for Kynto, and they've given me a very hard time at specific points with it. So what I'm gonna have to do it. Like I said, it's opening a can of worms. I'll pull it up so you can see what I'm talking about. We could do a video on it. I think that'd actually be helpful. See, if it was just a matter of paying to get more tokens,
Other
that's one thing.
alternatives of YT API?
Yeah, that's what I'm using right now on localhost. So that's why we have this backup chat running. I can't go into too many details how I've done that, but this is the alternative. But it's running in my house. The ironic thing is this system's actually faster than the official system. I built this one myself, but I'm essentially, yeah.
You need a 5G cell booster on the right band and you need a $15 grounding rod to hook up to the bracket.
That's true, a grounding rod, that's what I'm missing.
And about running in the host, is there any pros and cons from that to YT API?
Yes, so Truex, good question. So this system that I'm running here at the house, I cannot deploy to a public server. If the
Benjamin tried putting a key in the key without grounding the line, haha.
When I make the requests to actually get the chats using this system, if it happens on like a Amazon IP address or a server IP address, it gets blocked. It only works on a home IP.
So we can't join this?
Not this one, no. That's one of the downsides, but it's a backup because I ran into this issue months ago and I was very unhappy about it, so I coded a backup solution. The cool thing about what I'm coding right now is it's actually leading to an interesting side effect. I'm producing a sharding service. What that means is I'm essentially going to have microservices, WebSocket microservices, where I can add additional functions.
So when the problem resolves.
So I can add additional functions to the existing production server.
API.
Well, hold on, let me pause this real quick. All right. Okay. So right now I'm coding the GPT
Yet
for all, right?
Unfortunately, Google runs almost everything in this world.
It does. 2 seconds because
Rolling on the floor laughing, so much distraction from TTS rolling on the lol.
Indeed. Now you see why I'm not doing I'm not trying to narrate entire development streams while hanging out with you guys, because I can sit here, code, hang out, and then come back later, narrate it, and we get a result. Alright, a coded pod system, I just rarely use it. So what I'm describing is, I'm coding a shard system. What that means, essentially, we're going to have microservices. Right now we have a production server that is Kynto. That's where you connect to Kynto.io or Kynto party, and you go in a room and you chat. That's the production server. What right now I'm coding is the ability to throw up additional miniature Kynto servers that connect to the main server.
How to get subscribers.
I thought I coded pause, bloody hell. Oh my god. All right. We need a minute to talk through this. Okay. So this is the growing pains of trying to build a bloody live chat driven service. There's 10,000 tokens a day we get from YouTube. It takes about 3 tokens to fetch the live chat. We do that every 5 seconds, right? So you do the math, that works out to be about 3 or 4 hours of being able to actually fetch chats. Now that doesn't include pulling additional stats for like the stat bar or any of that stuff, which also count as tokens, right? Most times we don't run into this issue because I keep the streams under 3 hours. By the time I get on the next day, it drops off and resets. I have a backup system that runs right in the house, right here, literally my local host, where I'm essentially emulating being connected to the YouTube chat on the browser. And I'm just scraping that, feeding it right into the system. It's a stopgap measure. You can't log in, you can't join this chat by logging in the production server, because this isn't what we use typically. This is just a backup so we can still hang out, right? As part of me coding this GPT for all system, I need a way to basically have miniature Kynto servers that all connect to a central main server, and it talks through a secret tunnel. That tunnel basically is an equivalent of like a cluster of Kynto servers. I can run one here and it could be a backup YouTube chat. I can run one here and it could be the Kick chat, and it can all feed the main production server. The fact is, this stuff takes time to build, and that's literally what we're working on tonight. And there's a couple of things I want to do with the channel, right? I want to be able to produce content that shows how I build this stuff. I want to show me, you know, struggling with Python 3 and building stuff from scratch, because that's what it takes to learn a new language. Just pulling up documentation and dealing with it. I have all sorts of tools I've coded to like pause the bloody chat system and everything, but that's not hooked up to the local development system. So we're literally, there's a lot to do here. Just have to do one thing at a time and just be patient. And I'm going to make some modifications to the chat system too. So say I'm talking like in the middle of a monologue, the TTS system's going to pause for maybe 10-20 seconds, so that way like it's sure I'm finished talking, and then it's going to go through and read everyone's chats. And another modification is making sure that like if someone says something and someone's already talking, it doesn't cut you off. That's also really important to me. So it's just important being able to, you know, figure out a way to make this smooth and scalable. And you know, there's times where it's frustrating, like, and there's times where it's really fun. And one time where it's frustrating is when running out of tokens on bloody YouTube, because you can imagine why that's stressful. But yeah, that's where we're at. Does that make sense? All right. I'm excited about the cluster of Kynto servers though, because it's going to allow this project to scale. Meaning if other people are going to be using something like this to run their own streams, they'll be able to do it. And say they run out of tokens or whatever, it won't affect someone else. We're going to have a whole system set up for that. And TrueX, you were kind of homing in on an idea that I'm already kind of doing. I just haven't finalized it. It's just having like basically a handful of API keys. Like I could literally ask you to generate an API key because you're a mod in the channel now. You have access to generate an API key. I could use that API key as a backup token, a backup key for an additional 10,000 tokens. So we're gonna get this figured out. I'm just gonna write down all this as we're talking through it. And in the next couple of days, we're gonna have this completely hammered out. So if I do a 6-hour stream, we'll have no issues. And yeah. The tunnel is running through same technology. So just like how I implement the WebSockets, so when you log in, open up the browser or open up the app and you connect to the server, that's essentially creating a data tunnel. You're just directly connected to the server. Now imagine I'm just doing the exact same thing, but it's happening with the servers in the background. So, and that's cool because that means I can offload responsibilities from trying to do everything on one big giant server. We're going to have like a fleet of little servers. One's going to be responsible for Kick Chat. One's going to be responsible for YouTube Chat. And as we scale this up, I could put more on. So that's exciting. And we'll have backup solutions. So if everything hits the fan, you know, I mean, like, we could still throw up the live chat because I have it running on my local host because I'm literally sitting here coding it, which is what we were doing tonight. But I've coded like all these bloody buttons so I could like pause the chat, all that stuff, but it's not hooked up to the local host because it's built for the production server. You know, that's why when I hit the button tonight and I expected it to pause, it didn't. All right. Truex edits. What do you mean how to get subscribers? I'm going to quickly add a pause method to the local chat so we can pause it. And we'll continue on. This is where I implemented it for the production chat. This uses the official API. And we're essentially just going to hook into the logic that I've already written there. Reuse that. I think this uses both of the systems. Let's see. So I'll pass this as a value into our instance here. Two options. We could literally just have a method called update state where we pass in that new property, or we could dispatch an event and listen for it. The simplest would just be to direct property reference. This is when the chats come in. We're going to want to queue them up. Worst case, I could just bloody mute the chat and that would solve it for tonight. Alright, let's reactivate it. Sometimes the simplest solution is the best. At this point, we should be able to turn production back on, actually.
This place is weird, right? You don't know the half of it.
Read. Let's just do this run. yeah, and I should probably go without saying, like, building this isn't the easiest thing. Like, it's fun in a weird way, but it's not easy. Oh, that's local. We don't want to do that there.
Sevco fans running at you.
Be right back. couple ideas. We're going to do a couple different modes for the live chat. We're going to have one where I just have a button, and if I press it, it plays the next chat. We're going to have another mode that detects if I'm talking, and we just have a free-for-all mode. Except I'm just coding a component, and everyone's chatting away. We could just have that as well, but that way I have some control over that system, and it will work on local or production, so that's good. Need to decide where I'm going to implement this. We can hear. Or create essentially an enum, and it's going to contain free values for the various chat modes. We're going to have normal, we're going to have good, we're going to have monologue. Default to normal. So every time a new chat message comes in, we call a method called process input. And typically I just take the chat message, the username, the user profile picture, I fire that out as an event. It comes right down into the client side, and that's what triggers the TTS, the chat bubbles, all that good stuff. So this is where we're going to intercept the messages. We won't allow commands through, I think. I don't think there's any commands that I have to worry about. So commands will get through. And we just will prevent this from running. Okay. You can see the system didn't even exist 3 months ago.
Sorry, came up with some work.
PH buddy, you still with us? So this might explain why we're seeing higher chat
Person
counts.
turquoise wizard wand.
it counts commands as a chat message. So that would increase the number of messages that we see in the stat bar. Rex, what were you talking about? Like, how does that help us get more subscribers? I don't know if you were taking a piss or you had a genuine question.
There is someone behind. Tears of joy.
That's good dogs. Rex, you didn't respond, but what were you asking about with the subscribers? What was that about?
Genre-centric network says yes here.
Right on, buddy. Ugh, good.
I was talking about subscriber thinking face oh yeah on Kynto. There is option you are getting that shows get subscribers.
Do you mean like a counter for how many subscribers we got in this stream? Or just like get subscribers in general? This is interesting. Okay. Thousands of users.
No, there is particularly an
Kynto.
option about get subscribers. I saw when you paused the YouTube appy.
Oh, I see. Okay, so that updates the. Let me pull it up. Okay, so if you see this, this is the YouTube control
I'd
panel I
like to
coded.
get together on another project one day.
What do you mean, PH? So that get viewers, get subscribers, get likes. That essentially updates the stat bar.
He is saying want to work with you.
Oh, 100%. Game.
Can we give a poll from that interface asking some questions?
Can you give me some more information, Truex? What do you mean by that? GH is something we could do on the streams as well.
Poll means basically asking the viewer to choose either from one option, then they interact to that in chat.
If you flesh out a little bit more what that would, like that interaction would look like, it's definitely something we could explore. It's like when dealing with like an AI.
How's AVD going, by the way?
It's like when dealing with an AI, the more information you give in the prompt, the more helpful the answer would be, right? Let's take a look. About 2.5 minutes. It's pretty good. Let's set up a button here real quick. And I'll explain what we're doing next. So that's cool.
Yeah, tears of joy. It's really as I have seen some of Relative streaming, and then I got to know he is only getting 30 seconds of AVD for streaming 4 to 5 hours a day.
Wow. How did you find out the 30-second part? Did you ask him? That's some inside info. That's what I was saying, of 30 seconds appears to be the sweet spot where YouTube decides to pick up a stream or not. Which is what tells me we're on the verge of this getting more people, so I suppose it is a good thing that I'm dealing with some of these difficulties tonight, man, because oof.
Yeah, he mistakenly revealed that on his stream, only rolling on the floor laughing.
Oh wow, like he pulled up his panel. What's this out of date? You know, half the problem is it's not even the stuff I'm coding, it's bloody software that I rely on as well. It stops working.
I got chills that how someone without getting anything is staying glued to the thing.
Yeah, no, seriously. Definitely interesting. How did you come across him? I'm assuming like the same way you came across this channel, just scrolling. Okay, so I have to sign in to get updates for this software. Are you bloody kidding me?
On my website. Yes, sir. Correct, true.
Wish I was sharing my Windows computer so you guys could see what I'm looking at.
I watched that and later get to know you alive, so came across.
Naughty Present says, what's the goal of this?
Now presents. The goal yet to be determined. It's essentially a sandbox where I get to code and hang out with folks as I do it. What about you, Not a Presence? Do you code yourself?
I'm thinking about making a fully YouTube-controlled farm game.
Right on. Farmville for YouTube.
Farm thinking face.
Right on.
Instead of farm, go for a modern house or villa.
What's your tech stack at present? This is insane. Interesting. So YouTube just released a new feature called Courses. YouTube Courses allows eligible creators to offer a structured learning experience for their viewers. Oh, and we have access to it. Interesting. That's interesting as hell. It's not been rolled out to everyone, apparently. What can we do with this? It'll be interesting. It lets me add last 20 videos. What if I want to add everyone's? Interesting.
When you are going to post a shorts thinking face?
5 minutes and 20 seconds. A couple of important house cleaning things to do before we do that.
What are you thinking on changing the stream timing?
Dark Knight says, do you get help from LLMs for codes for the Kynto project?
Not that much, Dark Knight. As you see, I sit here and code it myself. But I am excited about LLMs, especially running them locally. Cheers for PH Designs for making me aware of GPT for all. That's what I was implementing tonight. And in the process, refamiliarizing myself with Python, which has been interesting. When I like to use AI is...
Nice. While implementing, do you follow design principles? Like acid and stuffs?
Yeah, definitely follow design principles. Also, come up with some of my own, but you find at a certain point, even when you think you've created a new mythology or pattern that already has a name. The main thing that's allowed this project to scale, for example, is the Kynto event bus. This allowed me to tie so many disparate technologies together, and that's how we end up with like PSP working. But great question. Definitely need more chat command ideas, that's for sure. And we'll do a couple of mod commands, Truex. I was thinking about a mod command so you can mute specific users from the TTS system so they can still chat, right? Say you don't want to stop them chatting in like the actual chat system on YouTube, or the chat bubbles popping up, but you want to stop reading their messages out with the TTS system. So I'm going to do a command for that.
A channel called the Prime Time.
Lol, what happened to me?
Oh, you're flying.
He's doing members only stream, rolling on the floor laughing every day.
Interesting. It's members only. Wonder why I did that. Oh wow, you're not kidding.
He thinks he is a pro coder, tears of joy.
Is he not? I've never heard of him before, so I don't know.
Tried to bypass his members only stream.
Oh,
and
you
successfully did that.
How did you do that?
At code lock, so how do these commands work? And how does it handle the conflicts between one another?
Good question, Dark Knight. Give me a second and I'll show you some code. So the commands essentially work the same way the chat does. When you send a message into the live chat, Kynto receives that message, processes that message as a string, and then looks to see if there's a command that matches it. If there is, then that means I've already coded an action for it, like crawl, which rotates your avatar, or the float. It triggers this. The chat command triggers the server to trigger the client, which you see in the stream, to make that animation or action happen. So it's another example of the Kynto event bus and how it allows me to take one input and have that trigger a bunch of different outputs. It's one of the reasons that like I've been able to continually develop this and add new features to it without running into a point where it's impossible. Because there's been many projects where I've coded that, and I've seen in companies and other people build where you get to a certain point where you just cannot do anything else with it. Like it becomes so rigid that it's just no longer malleable. And that's where people get to the point where they throw everything out, start again. And the main reason for that, in my experience, is because you're directly calling methods, like you're calling functions in places you shouldn't be, but you have to because you need it to, you know, trigger a specific action. And that's why I found the event bus pattern to just be immensely powerful. And it's similar to how the Linux kernel works, actually. The Linux kernel is responsible for connecting processes and tasks together, so you can take the input of one action or one task and have that output trigger the input of another task, so you can create chains. And like that simple little, apparently what appears to be simple pattern, it can lead to really complex and emergent user interactions. So I think we're just at the start of it as far as like the cool aspects. Like this is just we're just getting started, I think, because there's a lot of things we could chain together.
Things here is I think you should make 3 to 4 long videos on a bulk, do all hard work in a go, and say
Cool design.
Appreciate that, mate. So TrueX Edit says, what I basically think here is you should make 3 to 4 long videos on a bulk, do all the hard work in a go, and save all those videos and start posting it at the same time every week. Yeah, no, consistency is key. That's brilliant advice. And that lines up with like literally everything I've heard and read, so. It's one of the things I did a poor job explaining earlier. Say for example, me coding this Python implementation to make the GPT for all available on the Kynto server. We could just be chatting about anything, like me answering questions as I'm coding it. Well, the important part is I code it and I screen record it. I can come back, narrate over that, so I put my own audio and literally just play through the screen recording and just narrate exactly everything I'm doing and seeing there. So that's kind of my approach for how I'm going to do some of the more like show and tell stuff. So we can still do it live. So, you know, I can still sit here, code with you guys, hang out, but I'm not worrying about trying to narrate it at that time. I'll do my best to explain it while I'm working on it. Because that's helpful for me when I come back and edit it as well, to know, you know, what I was thinking, how I was explaining it then. But, you know, I can give it like a quote unquote professional like read through. So I think that's going to get us some useful footage there. And yeah, I think that is a requirement in order to actually move this forward. If I try and do too much at once, like nothing's going to happen. I'm no different than anyone else. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. So the key is breaking up into tasks that could be done.
not going into a bit of detail, rolling on the floor laughing. but it actually comes up with all videos and stream just with the link.
Oh, interesting. I wonder if that's because the YouTube API allows you to, like the YouTube API allows you to list all the videos of a certain type of a channel. So I'm wondering if they're literally just using the YouTube API to get by it. You know what I mean? Seems too simple, but I've seen crazier things. Let me have a poke around, just see what we can see. And when you say you get to see the lives, are you talking about the VOD content, you know, after it's live, or are you talking about the actual live stream itself? Because that's an important distinction as well. Oh wow, it literally returns the video ID and everything. Let's see. It's interesting to witness the internet kind of revert back to how things were originally, where the server would essentially like pre-render the HTML, and the front end would not do that. In this case, it's kind of a mix, and that's where you have like Next.js and Next, where you do some of the pre-processing on the back end, and then fill in the rest of it on the front end. But it's just interesting watching us kind of slip back to how things were before.
Can we make YouTube clone Tears of Joy?
Yeah, that's definitely something I've thought about as well. Specifically because I want a better YouTube homepage. YouTube is full of gold, but it's very difficult for us to find the good stuff. Unless you're Truex Edits, you seem to find the good stuff. Oh. I guess I should specify if you mean like a YouTube clone front end, so we're still accessing the YouTube videos and data. Or are you talking about a complete YouTube clone? Back end and all.
What's your thoughts till now? Is the title working for new people to come up and subscribe?
I'm curious about your thoughts, Truex Edits, because I know that you said earlier that it'll take 3 or 4 days in order for the changes to reflect. So I'm just curious what you think.
How many subs we got today?
That's a good question. Nine. For 313 views. So we're about 30% what we're typically as far as views for this length of a stream. So, but our average view duration is 2 minutes 30 seconds. So it's interesting. But like I said, YouTube penalizes us. Whoever operates a live stream, when you update the title, description, thumbnail, it throws off the audience calculation. You got to think like YouTube has to come up with an audience profile or a viewer type that it should send over to your live stream, if any, right? So when you update that stuff, like that's the key metrics that YouTube's looking at in order to decide who to send over to you.
And yeah, about horizontal streaming, you should do that daily from tomorrow.
Truex edits, how much time do you think I have, buddy?
1 hour is enough.
Why don't you stream Truex edits?
For that. Sorry, I'm listening now.
How you feeling, PH?
Talked my girl to sleep, unfortunately.
Tomorrow's a new day. Truex is over here giving me orders. Right, Truex? Pause loop. So we're going to add an additional action here. My brother's been dying to get on for a stream, so we'll actually be having him tomorrow, so keep your eyes out.
No, I am not that good into YouTube speaking and stuff in front of camera. Tears of joy, and also recently getting many weird types of diseases like insomnia, dark circles, and our eyes sleepy.
Yeah, Truex said it's when do you sleep?
Tears of joy, God knows that.
No, you have to tell us, man.
Not getting kind of a good sleep from a long time. Around 5 to 6 a.m. And wakes around 8.
That's rough.
What's your rolling on the floor laughing for waking?
I've had a bit of insomnia as of lately, but typically around 9 or 10.
I used to do a meditation channel on here because I have one of those voices that everyone falls asleep to when they listen to it.
Oh, no kidding. Greg said it. Should have to try
They really
it.
work. Meditation channels. Yup.
Let's do an array instead. Let's see.
Absolutely. It's frequencies that put your brain in certain states. Beta, theta, and alpha states.
That's true. It's where binaural beats and
Sure, can you name some?
frequencies come in. This is how we bypass doing a switch statement. And just extract the values from our quote-unquote fake enum, check to see if it contains that value, and then if so, then apply it. Instead of having a big switch. Piss out our chat mode.
So at Codelic, you are getting a good amount of sleep.
I've never got a good amount of sleep, no. And you think I learned how to code while going to school and stuff? I was up all night coding.
GPT will give info fast. Appreciate the PHA designs. I recommend having the MP3 pure tones. YouTube changes frequency upon uploads.
That's true.
Different codecs. 528 Hz is natural and 432 Hz is equal.
.web files. How old are you, Truex Edits? Is Wave lossless? It says that would explain your suggestion.
(963 Hz and 639 Hz is great, but they all do different things and produce different brainwave states.
Just wanted to note one of the more interesting things about the invention of the MP3 file format was it essentially shaved off like 90% of the sound.
Per low waves.
Most of the sound they shave off you can't hear, but it doesn't mean it doesn't have a, you know, an impact.
Ooh yeah, AM radio and FM has research. Got that channel. They switched to unnatural frequencies, that's why Mozart feels so good and you can focus. New unnatural waves produce brain scatter if you look up the frequency water tests.
Interesting.
The patterns make different shapes. Insomnia is now becoming common in Americans. Face pink tears. They found that the unnatural frequencies made very distorted patterns. That has face red smiling live. It creates constant serotonin. Baby dark skin tone. Yup. If melatonin can't produce, you won't sleep or heal properly. Melatonin is triggered by the dark. Once eyes see dark, it starts the production in your body. When eyes, yeah, tears of joy. That's why nowadays small kids are not sleeping on time. Tablet kids. Yup, haha. This knowledge is in us all eventually. But it's impossible. Tears of joy, true. Just gotta work around it. No one gives away information or validation enough, but I will. A codeleg rolling on the floor laughing. Are you not interested in saying something? In the zone over there like autos. Tears of Joy PH Design knows a lot about the world globe. Globe. It comes with the struggle, globe. It says globe rolling on the floor laughing. Why does yours only say globe though? Globe. I'm sorry, dark skin tone. Rolling on the floor laughing, rolling on the globe. Dark skin tone. It's different today. Remember it labeled continents for, because it's host. Me yesterday. Not YT API. Ooh, that makes sense. What happened to you? A code lick. I fear my daughter being indoctrinated into this system a lot. Tears of joy. Oh, asterisk, asterisk, asterisk. Maybe his mic unplugged. Yeah, she won't have a tablet for a long time. She's going to learn truths and stuff first. Little brains aren't ready for this power. Exactly.
I was wondering why you were ignoring me, guys. The bloody receiver was dead.
I'ma get her a Power Wheels, sandbox and all. Tears of joy lol. Play like I did. Wow. PH designs, that's really nice. I'll even participate because I'm bored with crazy life anyhow lol. Thank you. I try my hardest. I just want everyone to have a better chance. Life was hard, but I'm conquering and it feels great to finally be part in the change and evolution. Code headset died. I see you talking.
Is there anybody in there?
Can't hear you yet. There you go.
Bloody hell.
Better. Rolling on the floor laughing.
I thought it was just the receiver that died, but it was the mic as well. So I found the source of the duplicate chat message count, so we're fixing that.
On the floor laughing. Anyone here ever done any archery? Bow and arrow.
Oh, that'd be cool though. The crossbow looks interesting. Just like a pain to load it though. Get attention. What about yourself? That's ridiculous how much code it is here. That's hilarious actually.
Nope.
You hunt PH? Right, I don't have any moral. I don't have any moral thing against hunting, that's for sure.
Have you ever seen black deer? No. Is that a rare deer? Yup. It's an endangered species. I'd love to see one. I'd feed it corn. Deer. Building a deer corn. Time to do some SQL.
Are you coding a billing portal? Ooh. About that time to wind us down.
No. User portal.
What sort of features?
I have a billing portal, but I just use Blessed. Any suggestions for making an e-commerce website stand out more for nowadays?
What are you selling, Truex?
Subscription-based tools.
It's intelligent. See what subscriptions did to the
Yeah, depends on what your niche is.
Adobe suite, eh? Yeah, 100%.
Cloud services are where the money is, and with AI integrations like you're doing. Potential to make bank. I am in Fiverr, so I got one client asking for a e-commerce website for his channel. He have a channel showcasing Figma slide and PPT slide for business purposes.
PH, does that make any sense?
Sounds like a mostly 1 to 5 page type deal. Yup. Minimal design but responsive and catching. Add React. Noted, thanks for the suggestions. But also be easy for him to manage in the back end, but not easy enough, because you want him to need programmers. Exactly, paying $100 for that whole staff rolling on the floor laughing. I purposely don't educate enough and steer directions for others to depend on me. In the most honest way that I can. $100 isn't enough. Good vibes. Exactly. Off React 1 to 2 pages per $100. Offer. Not so sure to take his job rolling on the floor laughing till now. But impressed to reel in the fish again and more. Camera is... He has friends that need work. Where you are tears of joy. Camera and mic, I think tears of joy. So what's your suggestions? Should I take the job? If you can do it in 24 to 48 hours, then yes. Once you locked him in and he likes, you can get more money out of him. I can do that in 48 hours definitely. People will pay a little because they don't know what it's worth or the time it takes. Code lock, you camera and mic are gone somewhere rolling on the floor laughing. It's about building trust in your clientele. Exactly, full score, you were right. Full score rolling on the floor laughing, full score. Once you have that, they have a guy and come to you for everything that needs fixing. Until you tell them to stop if you're overwhelmed, but then they might not come back. Are you also on Fiverr? Their mind moves fast and they can't control the stress. Or Upwork? I hire people on there to use them when I don't have time for my clients. They might make $50 to $100, but I'll make $300. Yup, that's a great tactics. I've built connections with personal clients. Wow. I lock them into my hosting when I build their websites. That's crazy. It's hard for them to stress over transferring, so they always need me. In turn, passive income. Fire. Yes, sir. There are secrets in this industry. So you said currently working on back-end stuff, what for? Anyone can code, but 98% businesses fail in the first year. PH designs community tools. Designer suite and more. Are you making a website? No, that's really nice. Been in business 3 years now on paper. Wow, astonished face. Elbow cough. Like in the business world. Yes. I think something happened to the stream. I think so too. Yeah, this is how business moves forward. Yes, sir.